I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Trips Flooring, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson Personal Injury Attorneys, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Larry DeMarco Team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, Hagerstown Ford, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremation Robert Fields & Sons, The Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, Floor Pools, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Martinsburg and Winchester Dealerships, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, The Palace Lounge, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mirius Group Ameriprise Financial Services LLC, and the Berkeley County Health Department.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome out to P.O. Faulkner Park for senior night for the Martinsburg Bulldogs as they take on Heritage Academy on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Dylan Bishop and alongside me, Tripp Tobin on the call. John Alderton is our on-site producer. Colin McLaughlin back at the studio. And behind the cameras on the TV 10 side, Kyler High, Alec Epperson, Nick Verzolini. Martinsburg coming off of the interesting last stretch of games over the weekend and leading into the weekend. A win against the number one team in the state, the Jefferson Cougars, followed up by a 2-1 loss here at home to Musselman, and then a 7-1 loss to Smithsburg on Saturday. But it's senior night here at P.O. Faulkner, and we'll go ahead and throw it to the PA for that.
Have represented Bulldogs here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Martinsburg is privileged to have 4 seniors to recognize for their hard work and dedication on and off the field. Each has contributed to the history and tradition of Bulldog baseball during their time at Martinsburg. And we would like to thank and honor their hard work and dedication at this time. Our first senior, number 7, Christian Alter. Christian plays center field, second base, and pitches for the Bulldogs. Tonight, Christian is being escorted by his mother, Jennifer, father, Todd, and sister, Cayman Alter. Christian has been a member of the baseball team since his freshman year. After high school, Christian plans to attend Francis Marion to play baseball and continue his academic career. Christian's favorite memory was going down to the state tournament last season. Even though we lost, it was a good experience and a memory he will cherish forever. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Alter. Our next senior, number 11, R.J. Brown. R.J. plays in the outfield and second base for the Bulldogs. Tonight, R.J. is being escorted by his mom and dad, Becky and Randy Brown, and his brother, Quentin Brown. RJ is also a member of the football team and band since his freshman year. After high school, RJ plans to attend Virginia State University, majoring in music education and playing in the Trojan Marching Band. RJ's favorite memory was the trip to the state tournament last year, showing that it's not always about the wins and losses, but the memories and relationships they build. Ladies and gentlemen, RJ Brown.
All right.
Our next senior, number 15, Braden Miller. Braden plays center field for the Bulldogs. Tonight, Braden is being escorted by his mom and dad, Amber and Derek Miller, and his siblings, Riley, Silas, and Isaiah Miller. During his time at MHS, Braden also was a member of the football team. After graduation, Braden plans on attending Fairmont State University, where he will play football and continue his academic career. Braden's favorite memory was Christian and RJ convincing him to play baseball his junior year, making new friendships in the state tournament last year. Ladies and gentlemen, Braden Miller. Our final senior this evening, number 33, Caleb Deeds. Caleb plays in the outfield for the Bulldogs. Tonight, Caleb is being escorted by his mom and dad, Angela and Scott Deeds, his brother, Evan Deeds, and Terrell Cofield. During his time at Martinsburg, Caleb also wrestled since his freshman year. After high school, Caleb plans to go to trade school for automotive. Caleb's favorite memory was the trips to Myrtle Beach and spending time with the team. Ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Deeds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one more round of applause for our graduating seniors.
And there you have it. Senior night here from P.O. Faulkner Park, celebrating the 4 seniors for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Christian Alter, R.J. Brown, Caleb Deeds, and Braden Miller back up here in the press box. We'll go ahead and give you our coach's interview here on the Hagerstown Ford pregame show. Hagerstown Ford revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. Let's do our interview here with Coach Aaron Byler. Interview brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Byler, the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Coach, you guys had an interesting stretch of these last few games here where you were able to get the win against Jefferson on Thursday, then Musselman and Smithsburg were losses for you guys. How do you assess those last 3 games, how to put things together so you get more of the Jefferson game versus the last 2?
Yeah, I thought we played really well at Jefferson, and I didn't think we played too bad against Musselman either. We just had a couple situational things that we didn't do right, and probably left too many guys on base. And then the Saturday game with Smithsburg, you know, it's an excuse, but it's probably a combination of playing back-to-back tough EPAC games and then having prom that night. And, you know, unfortunately we didn't perform too well on Saturday. But, you know, when you assess those 3 games as a whole, you know, I didn't think we played terrible.
Tonight's senior night for you guys. What can you say about this group of seniors for you guys? Obviously, this has been a little more of an inexperienced group, so the seniors have maybe been a little more important than perhaps some other years. What can you say about the seniors this year?
Yeah, I think the seniors have done a great job of leading this group, and Christian Alter is probably the top of that class, and he's anchored us for 3 years, and R.J. Brown's come in this year and done a really nice job, and Caleb Deeds comes off the bench and does anything we need for us and is a great teammate, and Braden Miller probably would have started for us this year if he wouldn't be dealing with that football arm injury. But as far as leadership and what they bring to our program, we've been blessed to have them, and we're going to miss them, and hopefully we can send them out on the right note tonight.
You're starting with Christian Alter on the mound. What do you want to see from him tonight so he can have one of his better games on the mound?
Yeah, we want to give Christian the ball tonight on senior night. Want him to throw strikes, want him to throw both pitches for strikes. And when he does that, he's very effective. And the goal is to hopefully get him some confidence going into playoffs, because we're going to need him to throw a big game at some point next week. So we need him to throw strike one and build his confidence and kind of get back to what I told him was kind of get back to the Christian of old.
We got the end of the season coming up here, voting about to be settled. How do you talk to your guys when it comes to the voting? I know that's probably something you don't want them to focus on, but I'm sure it comes up. How do you address that sort of stuff with the guys?
Yeah, we try not to worry about it too much. Our body of work, was 14-11. We were, 5-4 in the region, so I thought we had some good region wins. We left a couple regular season games, slip away that probably hurt us when it's all said and done and when it all shakes out. But, at the end of the day, everybody's going to start over on Monday, and we have to be ready to go for Monday. So we're going to use this week to try and get better and make sure that our pitching's lined up and we're ready to go for Monday.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thanks again to Coach Byler for the time before the game. Bring back in Trip Tobin here before we take our last break before first pitch. And just coming into this game here, Martinsburg had an interesting weekend, to say the least. Mm-hmm. And the leading into the weekend with that Jefferson, Musselman, Smithsburg stretch. We'll get to see them here against Heritage on senior night as they try to build momentum into the playoffs next week, Trip.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of interesting EPAC games. 1 through 6, how the voting will shake out. It's not who exactly knows. I think that Jefferson had a great job this year. They did, I think it says a lot about the EPAC when you look at how, Jefferson being voted number 1 in the state almost unanimously and then taking, 2 of their 3 losses here in the EPAC. So that tells you a lot about the baseball here. When they went down to the Classic, they played really well, in Morgantown and then in Bridgeport and those areas, and played some really good teams in the state and, went down there. But then they come back to the EPAC, and the EPAC teams, play each other neck and neck. So just that, like I said, iron sharpens iron here, and I think that Martinsburg playing, tough games against Washington, tough games against Jefferson, tough outings, 2 one-run games with Musselman, a couple of close games that could have went either. The last game with Edgeville could have went either way on a base hit here and there. They just didn't get them in. So as far as Martinsburg goes, and then Musselman, sneaking in there with two EPAC wins, it's just going to be fun next week. But as far as playing 2 one-run, 2 close ball games in the EPAC back to back, that's just good baseball in this area. And Musselman come into last week, didn't have a win in the EPAC, and here they all have 2. So that's just that's just going to tell us how exciting the sectional or regional that we call it this year is going to be. It's going to be a real EPAC tournament next week. 6-team tournament. It's going to be fun to watch.
All right, with that, we'll go ahead real quick, give you the Martinsburg starting lineup, brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool at Floor Pools, one of their locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. For Martinsburg, they're going to lead off with Jameer Brown at shortstop, number 27, and Silas Zarnecki, third baseman, bats second. Christian Alter bats third, the pitcher today. Malachi Green bats cleanup in right field. Grant Henderson, second baseman, will hit fifth. Bradley Loper, first base, in the 6th spot. Braden Armolt, the DH, bats 7th. In the 8th spot, it's left fielder Caleb Deeds. And the 9th spot, it's R.J. Brown, the center fielder. Armolt DHing for Braden Fox behind the plate. With that, let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break. When we come back, it'll be just about time for first pitch. We'll get you the Heritage Academy starting lineup as well. And we'll look forward to a really good game here from P.O. Faulkner Park between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and Heritage Academy. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back. More West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
In the market for a new vehicle? Then look no further than CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location. We have hundreds of new and used vehicles available, so you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for. And with CMA's Love It or Leave It promise and our lifetime powertrain warranty, you can buy with confidence. Visit us online at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com and CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Top of the first inning on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 is brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880. Our starting lineups again brought to you by Floor Pools. Coming up here on the top of the first is Heritage Academy. Get you their starting lineup. They will lead off with their pitcher, Caleb Wise, number 3. Then it's number 7, the center fielder Adam Cole, batting second. In the 3 spot, it's the catcher, number 11, Micah Wilson. Cleanup spot, it's first baseman, number 44, Titus Brittner. In the 5 spot, second baseman, number 1, Jonah Crow. Ryan Hollinger, third baseman, number 23, bats 6th. That's Noah Poe, number 8, the shortstop, batting 7th. Josiah Brittner, left fielder, number 5, in the 8th spot. And rounding things out is the DH, number 21, Isaiah Kelly, batting for the right fielder, number 2, Max Bird. And our starting battery brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. For Martinsburg, they will start the senior, Christian Alter, on the mound, throwing to Braden Fox behind the plate. We'll see if they can get a win here on senior night, get back on the winning track with a busy week this week leading into the playoffs next week. Dylan Bishop and Trip Tobin with you on the call. John Alderton, our on-site producer. Kyler High, Alec Epperson, and Nick Verzolini behind the cameras, and Colin McLaughlin back at the studio. Get you ready for first pitch. As Caleb Wise steps into the batter's box, left-handed side, and takes strike 1 on the outside corner.
Matt Haddle behind the plate, and Don Tapley in the field, and lefty here coming to the plate here, lead off.
Second pitch will be fouled over to the first base side.
Off-speed pitch there, got him out in front.
Eagles of Heritage Academy in the red jerseys with the blue sleeves, white pants, blue numbering, white trim. Here's a ball just on the outside of the plate, make it 1-2. Martinsburg in the orange jerseys here, white pants, white hats. Ball 2 taken up high.
Yeah, this young man here at the plate, Caleb Wise, an athletic-looking fellow, down there warming up, left-handed. I see him fastball, got a big breaking curveball, so it'll be fun to watch him play tonight as he fouls off this fastball in the outer half down low, off the glove of Fox.
Count stays 2-2.
Got the baby blue batting gloves on there.
Yeah, he does. He steps back in and waits the 2-2 from Alter. Here's the pitch. Fastball is going to be hit just under the glove of Alter and then under the sliding glove of Grant Henderson by second base. The ball rolls into center field for a leadoff single.
You can tell it's going to be a tough out up there. You know, he was seeing pitches well. You know, he did get out in front of that curveball there, but stayed back. Didn't try to do too much of that fastball in the outer half. Just take it back through the box, and exactly what he was able to do there. It looks like he's going to run for himself as the pitcher as well. So he gets his oven mitts on.
First pitch from Alter is hit a long way, but very foul over on the left field side as center fielder number 7, Adam Cole, steps in, looking to bring the boom.
Long strike there as he went coming with the off-speed pitch early, had him way out front.
Runner goes. Early jump before the pitch even comes from Alter. Ball is outside. And just like that, Caleb Wise has an easy stolen base.
Yeah, that was one Alter there. He didn't give Fox much of a chance there as he got kind of caught there, not paying much attention to the runner. Runner took off on him early. So just like that, we've got a runner in scoring position.
Yeah.
See what Eagles opt to do here with their number 2 guy. Whether want to move him over or going to try to hit behind him here.
Big sweeping breaking ball.
Yeah.
Catches the corner for strike 2.
He has a really nice curve ball. It's one of his go-to pitches there. He can throw it for a strike. He can be really effective. Makes his fastball faster, of course, as anybody who's played the game understands that.
1-2. Another one. Got him looking.
Yeah, back-to-back curveballs. One started at the middle of the plate and broke away, and the other one started at the batter and broke down the middle there. So working that off-speed pitch here early in the game. Big lefty comes to the plate. Michael Wilson, the catcher. Looks like he could hit the ball a long way with that stature of his.
Ball 1 taken on the outside by the catcher, Michael Wilson.
Yeah, 3 straight curveballs. That one's been around the plate.
Alter gives a look back at Wise second. Now looks into his catcher. Here's the pitch. It's going to be hit on a line, but soft into center field. It's going to drop in for a single. Mishandled a bit, bobbled by R.J. Brown. Throws it in. Clips off the glove of Jameer Brown. The Lopers there to keep the runners at third and second. It turns into a single and an error for Michael Wilson.
Yeah, the error was nobody went back and covered second base. You know, when he's seen that. So when the ball dropped out there between the center fielder and the shortstop and second baseman, they all then when RJ kind of kicked it around a little bit, everybody just kind of got caught watching, and great play there by the catcher, who's also going to run for himself.
And here's a line drive down the third base line by Titus Brittner on the first pitch. It's going to bring in both runners as the ball is bobbled out in left field by Deeds. Quick 2-0 lead for Heritage Academy.
Yeah, you got 2 soft singles, and then that ball was ripped. He settled on that pitch, ripped it down the line past Arnecki. Of course, that little faux pas there in the outfield, the last batter, cost Martinsburg there as far as having 2 runners in scoring position instead of just men on first and third there. But regardless, right now you've got Titus Brittner, 2 RBI single there on first base, and still only 1 out here for Martinsburg on the big strikeout as young man Jonah Crotow comes to the plate with the pencil bat.
And it's a swing and miss by him on the first pitch.
Is that how we say it, Crotow? How you say his last name?
I just saw Crow on mine. Maybe it was not quite filled out all the way. And the second pitch is going to be hit on the ground. Sarnecki Gets it in, throws it the first. For out number 2.
Hollinger coming to the plate. We'll have to get a correction there on his Crow. Okay, yeah, Josiah Crow. Jonah Crow, second baseman, just grounded out. Sorry about that, Jonah.
It happens. Here's Hollinger. He's going to take the first pitch for a strike.
Yeah, you can't take nothing away from Wise and Wilson and Brittner. They all came to the plate, aggressive on the bases and aggressive at the plate. It's the reason why Heritage has this 2-run lead here with 2 outs, a man on second.
And there's a foul ball back to the backstop.
Got that one off the eraser. If you're not watching on TV, this young man's got a number 2 pencil bat, the way it looks like, and a big eraser down the end of it.
Got the big Dixon Ticonderoga in his hand. 0-2, curveball, breaks way too far outside. Ball 1.
And for those of you that sleep in school, Ticonderoga is a pencil.
1-2, count, 2 outs. Runner on second. Brittner taking a short lead. And here's another one fouled off by Hollinger.
Yeah, that pitch got up a little bit. Tried to give him the fish for it, and he just got a piece of it there. As Alter hit his spot there, but the young man, Hollinger, just got a piece of it.
So the Eagles of Heritage Academy have gotten out to a quick lead here, but 1 strike away from the inning ending. And a big bouncer that gets away from Fox as he wasn't able to find it. He read that it was bouncing, but it bounced way higher than he expected.
Yeah,
Brittner's going to move to third.
Jumped up there on him, he kind of went over to block it, and it skipped over over the top of his shoulder. So you got a man at third here. That's big for Heritage because Brittner's not the speediest guy out there, so it's going to take would have took a ball in the gap to maybe score him instead of just a base hit, but now you can get a ball, just a single now, and he's going to score easily.
Another foul ball from Hollinger. Keeps him alive. It'll be Noah Poe on deck if the inning continues. Trying to keep that runner stuck at third base. 2-2 from Alter. Fastball runs inside, popped up into center field. R.J. Brown jogs over, squeezes it into the glove for the third out. But a big 2 RBI single by Titus Brittner out of the cleanup spot in his first at-bat gives the Heritage Academy Eagles a quick 2-0 lead over Martinsburg. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with more West Virginia High School baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Did you know a fully loaded truck weighs 80,000 pounds?
I do know that they can cause a lot of damage in a wreck.
Over 40,000 people die every year in crashes.
And distracted driving is getting even worse.
I wish we had better ways to prevent distracted driving.
Me too. But one thing we can do is help people who've been injured in car and truck accidents.
Hurting almost heaven? Dial the 7s. 304-777-7777. SkinnerWins.com.
Back for the bottom of the first inning, brought to you by Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Larry DeMarco team at Century 21. Looking for a team home in the tri-state area? Call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-250-3551 or visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. Our first pitch was brought to you by the Marys Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue or call them at 304-263-4343. Jameer Brown leading off for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Down 2-0 after just the top of the first inning and their first time up the bat. Brown will take strike one.
A couple soft singles in that hard line drive down the line, but ultimately it was the stolen base. They got people in the misplay out there in center field, not nobody covering second to put the people in scoring position.
Second pitch, Brown gets a good hit on this one, right center field. It's going to fall down to the gap and hit the wall. Jameer Brown's going to go for 3, and it looks like as the cutoff comes in, he's going to easily get there. He slides in head first. Leadoff triple for Jameer Brown.
Yeah, he got into that one. He got a pitch on the outer half, didn't try to pull it, just went with it, got it out there to the Spiker Associates and the Martinsburg alumni sign out there in right center field. And by the time that ball come down and bounced around there, the speedy Jameer Brown was already getting ready to round second and could have went in standing up.
Just like that, Martinsburg has a chance to at least cut this lead in half with one swing at the bat. Ball 1 to Silas Zarnecki as he steps in.
Curveball stayed up. Found the middle of the plate, but up. Good eye by Zarnecki.
Caleb Wise, second pitch, fouled off. He's throwing to Michael Wilson behind the plate. That's Heritage Academy's starting battery.
Yeah, Zarnecki just missed his goal there of trying to get the ball to the right side. He's seen an outside pitch, stayed back on it, just about got it to that right side. Heritage decided just to keep everybody back, corners, middle, and all, so ground ball is going to give up the run.
1-1. This is hit in the right center field for a base hit by Zarnecki. Easily coming home is Brown, and Zarnecki on his horse is going to get into second base.
Yeah, left the bat. Didn't look like it was hit really hard from up here, but it's carrying there in the right center. But, yeah, it was a good at bat there. You could tell the whole at bat there. Arnecki was trying to get right side there and scored Jameer. And he just, stayed behind the baseball there on the outer half. The lefty trying to work the outer half. Martinsburg doing a great job of just going with it, not trying to do too much. And just like that, they got the tying run on second base. Nobody out here with senior Alter up to the plate.
Alter will look at the first pitch inside for ball 1.
Alter got the pink oven mitt, sliding mitt, and the pink shin guard there. So
Wise gets another one. This one comes in low, 2-0 count. Tomorrow night at P.O. Faulkner Park is hospice night as Spring Mills comes in for a makeup game from earlier in the season. Special placards will be given out. Make sure you come out, support hospice. Ball 3 comes in. And Wise will step in again. He will get strike 1 across.
Get me over strike 1 after the 3-0. Taken all the way.
Across the infield for Heritage, it's Hollinger, Poe, Crow, and Brittner from third base to first. And here's ball 4 to Alter. So runners on first and second, still no outs for Martinsburg here in the bottom of the first. For the outfield of Heritage, it's Josiah Brittner, Adam Cole, and Max Bird from left field to right field. Michael Wilson behind the plate, Wise up on the mound. Alter will get a courtesy runner. Tomlinson taking first base. And Malachi Green up at the plate.
You got lefty on lefty here finally. Martinsburg sent 3 straight right-handers to the plate. Now lefty here for Heritage's lefty.
First pitch to Green. Big breaking ball gets Green the chase.
Yeah, he wanted it. He jumped on that pitch early, tried to stay off. He tried to teach your guys not to, hack at that early breaking ball, make sure they can get it over, but caught him out front.
0-1, bounces in front of the plate. Evens the count. Good block from Wilson.
Great job, Wilson. That ball gets by Wilson. Martinsburg's got the go-ahead run on second. Great job by him, swallowing that up, kicking it out front, keeping his eyes up, watching the runners.
Green will watch the 1-1 come across in the strike zone. Makes it 1-2.
Green's been a tough out for Martinsburg. Puts the ball in play a lot, been moving it around.
Green will foul this one off.
spray charts were early were all kind of left side. He's pulled a few balls here as of late, so starting to, hit the ball all over the field now.
Another 1-2 from Wise. Got him. Swung and missed.
Nice fastball down at the knees.
First out of the inning. Malachi Green goes down. Grant Henderson comes up now. 2 runners on, 1 out. Here is Martinsburg down 2-1 in the bottom of the first. Wise's first pitch will come across right down the middle for strike 1.
Yeah, he's his time to the plate's a little slow. You wonder if Martinsburg's going to, take advantage of that at some point. Should they get the lead or whatever? But he's got a big leg kick.
The 0-1's outside. 1-1 count.
We haven't seen the catcher's arm there yet. And Michael Wilson, we have seen his at the plate and his size, so I'm sure he could get it down there if he has to.
1-1 breaking ball. Breaks a little too far inside. Henderson watches it for ball 2.
Yeah, it just missed there. Certainly a competitive curveball.
Two 2-1 pitch. Low, maybe a bit outside, ball 3. This is Arnecki on second. Tomlinson, courtesy runner for Alter on first. Pitch from Wise. It will get in on the inside corner.
Yeah, ball cut back a little bit. Arm side run that time. Looked like it was going to run in on Grant, and you could tell he kind of pulled his hands back, and then it ran back in. So he does have a little bit of run there on that pitch.
Payoff pitch from Wise. Breaking ball too far inside. Loads the bases with ball 4.
Competitive 3-2 pitch, but good eye by Grant Henderson there. Mike Heidel agreeing with Grant on that one, and pitcher really liked to have had that one. Caleb Wise, he thought he had the call there.
So Loper's got a big chance here in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded. 1 out as Martinsburg trails by 1.
Heritage brought the corners up now, middle back and double play depth.
First pitch, too high, ball 1.
Yeah, he's been missing high. He and most of his pitches have missed high there, so not a place you want to be against a good hitting team either.
1-0. Loper going to hit it back and out of play.
Loper got the pink gloves on. They say real men wear pink.
That's what I hear.
I've never seen John Alterton in pink. He's the realest man I know.
Catch him in October, maybe?
Maybe.
1-1 from Wise. Big, slow breaking ball. Just barely catches the outside corner. Loper steps back in. 1-2 count. Wise rocks and fires, and he gets him swinging.
He looked like he got a changeup or something up, and he just caught him off guard there as he showed that pitch there. Didn't have a lot of rotation on. I think it was a changeup and something off speed, and just kind of slowly but surely came in and up on Loper, and Loper took a hack at it. Came up empty.
Braden Armalt, last chance for Martinsburg to cash in these runners. He checks his swing, but not able to check it before it comes across. Breaks through the zone. Strike 1.
Yeah, Martinsburg needs to capitalize here. Bases loaded, 1 out. You guys definitely got to try to score some runs here.
Swinging foul over towards Coach Byler in the third base box. 0-2 quickly here for Armalt.
Martinsburg JV teams in Jameswood tonight, so both squads playing.
0-2. Good eye from Armalt. Just outside.
Tried to backdoor him there, and tried to sneak it back in the back door, and Armalt didn't quite break enough for Matt Heidel to get the call there.
Wise, the windup and the pitch. 1-2, swinging, strike 3.
Big pitch.
3 strikeouts for Caleb Wise in that half inning. He gives up a run, but forces Martinsburg to leave the bases loaded. But with that, Martinsburg trails 2-1 after 1. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with the second inning. West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
The future doesn't wait. Why should you? Blue Ridge Community and Technical College offers over 60 degree and certificate programs in education, IT, culinary arts, engineering, and so much more. Small class sizes, flexible schedules with evening and online classes, affordable tuition, plus financial aid is available to those who qualify. Now you can go to college. Visit us online at blueridgectc.edu. That's blueridgectc.edu. Stop waiting and enroll today.
Back for the second inning. Top of the second, brought to you by Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, personal injury attorneys. Visit BurkeandSchultz.com. We play hardball. Noah Poe, shortstop, stepping in to lead off the top of the second for Heritage Academy. Christian Alter back on the mound. First pitch swing is Poe. Tough play for Jameer Brown over at shortstop, making the throw in time.
Nice play there. Went to the hole. He went to his push himself back up, one hopped it over, nice scoop over there by Bradley Loper. Just a great play there. So showing a little defense and showing his range there as well, and that showing off that arm. So great play there. One pitch, one out as Alter went 22 pitches, first inning, 16 for strikes, give up a couple hits there. Two soft singles, one that was hit pretty well.
Swinging at the first pitch and missing is Josiah Brittner, left fielder, stepping in now.
Jameer's going to have himself a game here after the first 2 innings already.
Another swing and the foul tip into the glove for strike 2.
A triple and a Jeter-esque play there at short.
He's off to a great start.
Yeah, a great start for Jameer.
Ball 1 on the curveball. Can't find the outside part of the plate.
Both these pitchers tonight have good breaking curveballs.
1-2 from Alter. Fastball a little further outside, 2-2.
Left fielder here, Brittner, hitting from the left side.
And this one's going to be hit out of play over towards left field.
The thing about these Heritage Eagles, they've been fighting at the plate here. I mean, they haven't certainly haven't looked foolish by any means by the senior Christian Alter. He has, they've fought for every, they've made Martinsburg fight for every out, and they've been aggressive on the bases early. So,
2-2 came in low for ball 3, a full count now, and here's a swing and strike 3. Second strikeout for Alter in as many innings so far. That'll bring up the right fielder, Max Bird. Looks like Heritage not going with a designated hitter. As we listed earlier, first pitch, Bird is going to hit out of play.
So I guess they scratched the DH.
Guess so.
So Bird is going to hit.
Oh, 1 from Alter. On the outside part of the plate, strike 2.
Fastball right on the outer half of the white line.
Yeah, wide strike zone so far, but it's been consistent both ways. Here's a 0-2 fouled off towards softball fields.
You wonder if you hope not, but you wonder if the DH might have got dinged up in pregame or something, got scratched. Big curveball, got him swinging.
Strike 3, 2 straight Ks for Alter. Gets him even with Wise on the other side. 3 strikeouts total. 1-2-3 inning for Alter after a shaky first inning. Gets him back on track. We'll go to the bottom of the second after this 60-second break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information. Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information.
Did you know that anybody can have lunch at Berkeley Senior Center? Hello, this is Amy Orndorff, Executive Director at Berkeley Senior Services. We serve a healthy, nutritious, and delicious lunch 5 days a week at 217 North High Street in Martinsburg. For seniors age 60 and up, the charge is by donation only, and for those under 60, it's just $7.25. And while you're here for lunch, take a look at all of our great programs and activities. Find out more, including our daily menu, at berkeleyseniorservices.org or by calling 263-8873. We look forward to serving you.
Move to the bottom of the second inning, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. It's still 2-1 Heritage Academy over Martinsburg. 1-2-3 inning from Christian Alter leads us here. So Caleb Deeds will lead off the bottom of the second and try to get Martinsburg back even with the Heritage Eagles.
Yeah, Heritage had all the momentum. Martinsburg come out, loaded the bases, and looked like they were going to take the lead there. Young man got a couple of strikeouts there as he gets strike one here on the senior Caleb Deeds and shut down that inning and really limited the damage. Last inning, Martinsburg come back to 1-2-3 innings, so Deeds pops it up.
Yeah, it looks like this is in play. Third baseman Ryan Hollinger underneath of it and makes the catch.
Deeds got that curveball out. It looked like a curveball away and got it in front of it, popped it straight up the third baseman.
Now, Wise has settled in himself. He started off giving up a triple and then a double to Jameer Brown and Zarnecki, and then walking Christian Alter. But then he responded, striking out Malachi Green, gave up a walk to load the bases to Grant Henderson, but then 2 straight strikeouts to end the inning, only giving up 1 run. So here's R.J. Brown's going to take strike 1. Start his at-bat.
It's a rarity that you start off an inning with giving up a triple and a double and then only give up 1 run. You know, you got to be pretty good on the other end, against the 3, 4, 5 guys after that.
Pitch hit by Brown softly over to first base. Tossing it over is the first baseman, Brittner, to Wise, but R.J. Brown is safe at first.
Yeah, got another single there. Hard 90 single. Great job there as R.J. Brown, you've given it everything he's got there as he ground balls hit softly to the first baseman. First baseman gets it to the pitcher, who from up here I thought he had him, but he was called safe by Don Tapley. But they're going to talk about it here with the home plate umpire on the appeal here, maybe.
We'll see. It was definitely a little off target compared to where Wise thought it was going to be in the toss from Brittner. So I couldn't quite tell if it was that he didn't touch the bag or if it wasn't in time.
Yeah, if it would have been a good feed to him, he would have come across there, if he'd have fed him on the run. But he actually made him come back towards home a little bit, which slowed him down, with R.J. Brown never stopped running hard.
He kind of turn his body the other direction to go back and grab the ball. Jameer Brown up. A couple pickoff attempts before a pitch to the plate by Wise. And now he'll come to the plate. And this fastball will come across around the eyes for ball 1.
Jameer Brown gets a triple here. He can tie this thing up.
Yeah.
Maybe a double in the gap even with RJ's speed.
1-0. Here's another pickoff attempt. Nothing doing.
Yeah, they're keeping an eye here on RJ as Coach Bowler is yelling out numbers as they use the number system for signals. Pitcher Caleb Wise. Slide steps.
1-0 to Brown. Bounces. R.J. Brown. Quick jump over for second base. He's going to slide in easily.
Almost overslid.
He almost did. Had to come back, make sure he kept that hand on the bag.
Great dirt ball read. I mean, that ball just, he wasn't stealing there, but he read the ball down, and he was gone and never looked back. Catcher did block it up and made a throw there as he slid. He kind of slid by there a little bit, but got his hand back on, so.
Brown will watch this one, catch the plate, strike one.
Now a single here can tie it up. Brown don't have to go to the gap.
If he can work his way closer to the cycle in any way and likely drive him in.
Predictions. That'll move him over.
A couple. Two-hopper over to second baseman. Jonah Crow makes the play, throws it to first for the second out. R.J. Brown does move to third.
The quality of bat, you get something, try to, move your runner over, hit behind him there. Not quite what he wanted. He did try to stay behind the baseball there and push it that way, but move the runner to third, so 90 feet away from tying this ball game up. So hopefully for Martinsburg gets to get him on and get him over and get him in kind of inning.
Zarnecki takes ball one. Colin back at the studio did watch the replay of that play at first base, said that the pitcher missed the bag. So that was why RJ was called safe over at first. And here's ball two.
Colin's back in New York.
Back in New York.
That's where the MLB sends their calls to.
Yeah.
To New York.
I wouldn't be surprised. Colin's always somewhere, it seems like. Strike one. Gets across 2-1. Zarnecki coming up 1-for-1. Had that RBI double in the first. 2-1 pitch. Zarnecki's going to pop this one up shallow. Right field, backing up and making the play as he falls down is Crow, the second baseman, as he kind of crossed over where the turf becomes the grass. Maybe that tripped him up a little bit, or it's just the read of the ball in the air. But regardless, the runner stranded at third base for Martinsburg. They stick with a one-run deficit. Take a 60-second break to go to the third with Heritage Academy leading Martinsburg 2-1. It's West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
After a car accident, call the local law firm that can give you the help you need right now.
Get more with Manchin Ferretti, the one with 115 years of combined experience fighting for West Virginia accident victims. Get more with Manchin Ferretti,
the one that takes on the big insurance companies.
Get more with Manchin Ferretti. We're Manchin Ferretti.
After a car accident, we'll fight for every dollar you deserve. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. So call right now.
Get more with Manchin Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Top of the third inning brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Martinsburg goes back into the field, still looking at a one-run deficit. 2-1 Heritage Academy as we start third inning with the top of the lineup for the Eagles. Part of the lineup that was able to get those 2 runs up on the board to start out. Here's Caleb Wise, first pitch swinging. Coming in shallow left center field is the left fielder Caleb Deeds to make the catch.
Sharing the press box tonight with the newlyweds. Chuck and Miranda is their anniversary. They're at the field. If anybody can guess how many years they've been married, then Colin will take you out for steak dinner. For 2.
Adam Cole steps in.
Call the station with your answers. And talk to Colin, right?
Ball one high. And he'll hit the second pitch over towards shortstop, going to his right, making the play over to first base for the out is Jameer Brown.
Maybe we can get him a discount at Mother Shuckers. One of our big sponsors, right?
Might be able to.
Number 11, Michael Wilson.
Quick work being made here out on the mound by Christian Alter after the shaky first inning. He's retired now 6 in a row, going back to the end of the first. First pitch to Michael Wilson is fouled away. And Alter with the breaking ball. Strike 2. 0-2 count.
Michael Wilson, big young man here at the box. I don't know what grade he's in, but certainly catcher-style body, right-handed thrower, left-handed hitter. He's going to slap this one.
Yeah, over to his opposite field. It's going to land in for at least a single. Big turnaround first base for Wilson, but he will stick with the single.
2 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, second hit for him. Fourth hit allowed by Alter.
He doesn't get a break on the bases either. They say you can catch and you can run tonight. As Titus Brittner comes in, he hit the ball hard last time past Zarnecki. You can see Zarnecki walking back over there.
And runner will go on the first pitch, which is in for a strike. Throw down by Fox. Tag, not quite in time.
Now we see why he run for himself. Got speed, read that pitch well, and now you got a man on second with 2 outs, and like one of Heritage's better hitters up to the plate. A chance to extend the lead.
And Brittner again, almost the same kind of hit as last time, except it goes to Zarnecki, and Zarnecki sails the throw over the head of Bradley Loper and goes one bounce out of play. That's going to let the run score.
Yeah, he sailed that one. He turned and looked at the runner. There's 2 outs. I'm not sure why he just didn't, come across field throw. But when he stopped and looked at the runner, broke his momentum a little bit, and maybe just lost sight of the situation there a little. But he was playing deep third, so it was a long throw, and he put a little extra on it. But when it left his hand, he knew it sailed. We could see it sailing across and not a chance for Loper at all. Hit the turf there and bounced over into the blacktop. So Brittner once again driving runs in, this time on the error, but unearned run, but for Alter, but either way.
First pitch to Jonah Crow misses for ball 1, so it's 3-1 Heritage Academy. Runner on second with 2 outs.
Zarnecki's going to get another shot.
Soft grounder to third base. Zarnecki this time will make the throw on the first for the out. 1 run up on the board for Heritage. Gives them the 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. After this 60-second break, this is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Panhandle Printing and Design is your full-service local print shop.
With over 50 years of combined experience, we know how to handle all of your printing and design needs.
We can handle anything, from small business cards to wrapping large vehicles. Our in-house design team can do it all. As a staple of this community, we love helping people promote their events, businesses, and anything they're passionate about. Envision, create, and bring your ideas to life with Panhandle Printing and Design.
Move to the bottom of the third here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com. 3-1 Heritage Academy over the Bulldogs of Martinsburg as Martinsburg comes to the plate.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, Bulldogs. Number 7, Christian
Alter. Try to get things going on offense.
Yeah, Heritage got an unearned run there to extend the lead 3-1 here as Alter comes to the plate. Senior night on the mound.
First pitch comes in for a ball after Alter walked in his first at-bat. And he'll watch the second pitch for strike 2. And Caleb Wise with the windup and the big breaking ball that just barely misses the plate makes it 2-1. It's Alter, Green, and Henderson due up in this inning. 2-1, can't find the zone either. Fastball outside.
Yeah, Martinsburg's just going to have to not try to do too much here and stay within themselves, limit those free bases. They've first inning 3 or 4 free bases for Heritage. Last inning an earned run as strike comes in on the outer half.
Runs the count full.
Way on the outer half.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's been a wide strike zone, but it has gone both ways at the very least. Payoff pitch. Alter's going to hit this one. Out of play. Foul. Back over the press box. Wise through 2 innings, giving up 2 hits and 1 run. He struck out 3 and walked 2. And another 3-2 on the ground over towards second base. Nice snag by Crow. Throw over. A good snag over at first by Brittner for the out.
Yeah, good play by Crow there at second. He had to go up to the middle there and stop his momentum. Christian Alter, no slouch going down the bases. He made a good throw, a little bit low. Great stretch there by the first baseman. So good play there by the Heritage defense.
That'll bring up Malachi Green. The first of Wise's 3 strikeouts first time up. He won't strike out this time. First pitch hit in the right field for a single. Drops in front of Bird and right.
Yeah, he jumped right on that first pitch there. So no one needs to call the studio anymore. Apparently we have a winner. We've heard from Colin that someone did call a win. It's 2 years. So I'm not sure where Colin's going to take him tonight, but hopefully Colin brought his checkbook with him or a credit card or something.
Do we know who won?
We don't know who won yet. All we know is someone won.
Well, congratulations to them as strike 1 comes in to Grant Henderson.
Strike 1 to Grant. The correct answer was 2 years. Chuck said it feels like 6.
Swinging strike 2 to Henderson. He falls behind quickly 0-2 after he walked in his first at-bat. O2's popped up. Might be in play. Crow is going to run over for it into shallow right field, and no, it drops in between Crow and Bird. And they get the force out at second base on Green. What a throw in by Bird in time to get the out.
Yeah, nothing Malachi could really do but kind of hang out there. It was right behind first base. He could only go so far, and when it dropped, it popped right up to the hands of the fielder there, and he made a strong throw to shortstop for the force out. As Grant Henderson will get on with the fielder's choice. But, this Caleb Wise has done a good job of keeping Martinsburg at bay, limiting damage,
Pickoff attempt. Nothing doing there, so.
He pitches well from the stretch, of course. He's had base runners on, and, he's still making his pitches, holds runners pretty well. He does have a big leg kick.
Bouncer on the first pitch to Loper. Struck out swinging in the first inning.
But he does mix his times to the plate, and he has slide stepped a few times, so it makes it hard to steal on him as he makes a real nice pickoff play there where he just stepped off and through without stepping. And Grant Henderson gets back under it, so 2 outs. Loper to the plate. Loper with home run power. He can tie this game. We've seen him hit the ball over the fence this year.
This pitch is high for ball 2.
Martinsburg is in a situation here where they could possibly be leaving their 5th man on base in 3 innings.
2-0. Can't find the zone either. This one's low and outside.
Martinsburg left the bases loaded in the 1st, left the man on scoring position in the 2nd, and now they have a man on first here with 2 outs. Loper to the plate. Hopefully he can make something happen, keep this inning going.
And the get me over fastball does get over. Strike 1. Henderson takes the lead off of first. Here's the pitch. He's running. Strike 2. Throw down. Not in time. Grant Henderson slides head first in for the stolen base.
Yeah, good job there by Henderson reading that leg kick that time. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, he does have for a lefty, he does have a big leg kick, a little bit slower to the plate, and at times when he doesn't use the slide step there, he come up with a leg kick, and Grant Henderson read it, stole easily. Now he's in the scoring position. A 3-2 count.
Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Martinsburg strands another runner in scoring position and stays behind 3-1. Caleb Wise is 4th strikeout. As we go to the 4th inning, Heritage leads Martinsburg 3-1 after the 60-second break. We'll have the top of the 4th. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
So what? So what? It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard. We're going to have to work at it every day, but I want to do that because I want you. I want you and me forever, every day. What do you want? What do you want? Come on, what do you want?
What do you want?
I want Panhandle dumpsters for the first month free.
Use the promo code to get the first month free.
Still 3-1 Heritage Academy over Martinsburg as we go to the top of the 4th. Brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com.
Yeah, the story so far has been Caleb Wise, getting big strikeouts with runners on scoring position, shutting down big innings for Martinsburg, limiting damage in the 1st inning. Struck out a few guys there in the 2nd and the 3rd, or the 3rd and the 2nd and 3rd inning with runners on scoring position, runners in scoring position. So did a great job so far as Halter comes inside there for ball 2 on a fastball in.
2-0 start to the inning. Ryan Hollinger, 3rd baseman, starting the inning. He'll look at ball 3. Hollinger ended the 1st inning with a fly out to center field. Back up there with the Ticonderoga bat.
Get the pencil bat.
3-0. Gets over the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
3-1. Hasn't been a 4-pitch walk yet. All the 3-0s are strikes.
And there's a 5-pitch walk as 3-1 comes in low, bouncing in front of Fox. Leadoff walk, first one
now batting number 8
to be put on base on 4 balls from Christian Alter.
Brings a shortstop to the plate. Flew out to center field last time. Ended the 1st inning with Heritage was threatening.
Poe watches his fastball outside ball 1.
Heritage was threatening to add on, not just threatening. They'd already had one big hit of the inning.
Martinsburg looking for a double play here. And instead they're going to get a single from Heritage right up the middle. Liner.
Yeah, his fastball in. He kind of stepped back from it a little bit, pulled his hands in, found the barrel. Men on first and second. Coach Zarnicki is going to go out and talk to Christian a little bit here with nobody out. Men on first and second. Already a 3-1 ball game here in the top of the fourth, so Martinsburg can't let it get away. We've heard Coach Ballard talk about, not being able, offensively enough to, this year to be able to come back from large deficits. Right now, certainly a goal that's achievable, just down 2. But you don't want that to turn into, a 4 or 5 or 6, deficit and start pressing a little bit if you're Martinsburg. If that happens, at this point they're right in the game. So probably just a calming Christian down a little bit. Lefty comes to the plate.
That lefty being Josiah Brittner, left fielder. Struck out swinging first time. He's going to try to lay down a bunt. And ball comes in low, almost bouncing away, but Brittner didn't pull the bat back, so it's strike 1.
Yeah, good job by Fox as he went for it, and it was down in the dirt. Fox, it's usually that's a tough play for the catcher there when you have a guy bunting and you're trying to come out and make a play and the ball's in the dirt.
Alter with a look back at second, now to the plate. This is hit into center field in the air. R.J. Brown will get under it, make the catch, and the runners will stay where they are. First out of the inning.
Yes. The failed bunt's big because you get up with men on second and third and you just get a pass ball, a ground ball, anything could score a run there. After the failed bunt attempt with the first strike, they had Brittner swing away and he flies out, to mid center field there, and the runners have to hold up, so nobody moves up.
Brings up Max Bird. He'll try to sacrifice bunt as well, and again, not pulling the bat back. Tries to get the bunt down, misses it. 0-1 count. Alter readies and fires in for strike 2.
See if Alter can do a Caleb Wise impression and strike out 2 guys there with runners in scoring position to finish the inning off here, as he's got 0-2 here on Bird, I believe, yeah.
Struck out Bird first time. 0-2. Strike 3 called on the outside.
2 big outs. With men in scoring position here, the men in first and second, nobody out. Now there's, after the conversation between Coach Kurt Zarnicki and Alter, now suddenly it's men on first and second and 2 outs. So Kurt must have had the magic words for him.
Guess so.
Well, when us coaches go out there and talk to them, we say, throw strikes and get outs. Y'all think we say some, big motivational stuff, but we don't.
Just keeping it simple. His first pitch to Wise is a ball.
Now, generally, Coach, it's just to settle them down. You let them know the inning's not getting out of hand. Just to throw strikes, limit the damage.
1-0, high and outside, ball 2.
Pitch to contact, the free bases we can't defend. But 2-0 here to Wise. Big spot in the game here. Wise 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to left.
And there's another one that's outside. Alter falls behind 3-0.
Aiden Cole and Dex has a strikeout and a ground out, so should he get on base, he is 0 for 2, but you certainly don't want to load the bases.
That's strike 1. 3-1 now.
Automatic. 3-1.
Alter.
Nice pitch.
Gets a swinging strike 2. Runs the count full.
Yeah, big pitch here. Leadoff guy, first and second. 3-1 ball game here in the middle of innings.
Runners will move on the pitch. There they go. Strike 3 on the outside. Gets him looking. Strikeout number 5 for Christian Alter. Leaves 2 runners on base. Keeps Heritage off the board in the inning. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Martinsburg still down by 2, 3-1. After the 60-second break, we'll see if they can cut back into it. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 is brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. Bulldogs come back up to bat, trailing Heritage Academy 3-1. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the order for the Bulldogs.
Alter after 4 innings complete, giving up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them were earned, struck out 5 and walked 1. His pitch count is at 62.
Strike 1 starts the inning. Braden Armalt comes up, struck out his first at-bat.
Wise is already at 59 pitches here in the bottom of the fourth.
Swing and strike 2. Wise in control since the first couple batters of the game. Ever since he loaded the bases in the first, he's been lights out. There's a ball 1.
He's shifty left-hander, got some movement. You know, we have seen a fastball that had arm side run that runs away from righties. And, big curveball, fastball, he locates well.
The 1-2 comes in low. 2-2.
Only 2 walks in the first 3 innings, so, he has thrown 61 pitches, 38 for strikes. So he has run the counts up many a time, deeper in the counts. That's you can give you hats off to Martinsburg for working the count.
Swing and strike 3, but it gets to the backstop. Going back for it is Wilson, and the ball bounces and goes through the legs of Brittner. It goes in the right field, so Armalt dropped third strike. He'll reach base.
Yeah, curveball broke in. Armalt took a hack at it, came down, almost hit him in the back, foot in the back of the box. Catcher couldn't handle it. It got away, went down, went to the backstop here. The catcher happened to throw past Armalt there, kind of in line with it, threw it, dunked the throw. First baseman couldn't come up with it. It skipped away. A backup in right fielder picked it up, though, left Armalt holding at first. Looks like we're going to get Armalt's going to come out maybe for a runner. So someone's going to enter the game. Armalt can re-enter if he needs to.
See, it looks like it's going to be Brayton Fox because it looks like dugout is working together to get the equipment off of him.
So it looks like we're doing away with the DH here. 2 strikeouts for Armalt, and maybe Coach Ballard's opting to go for the speed. And maybe he just figures it's not Armalt's day at the plate, possibly. He's not a good matchup for him with a lefty, so he'll just give Fox a shot at it from here on out, as Caleb Wise has had Braden's number here twice today. And so the catcher throws his gear off, and here he is in the game, as I believe the DH has been banged.
Now batting, number 33, Caleb D.
And immediately a pickoff attempt by Wise. Deeds popped up to third base his first at bat.
I don't think that's even nice to you, John. Try to pick me off on the very first pitch, off the bench.
Right.
It's not gentlemanly.
Here's the first pitch of Deeds, who's trying to lay down the bunt and almost had it in a really nice position, but it just rolls foul.
Yeah, Deeds pushed it up the first baseline. Catcher for Heritage is impressive. Quick out of the box, so long and lanky. Fox gets his lead. Lefty comes to the plate.
Another bunt attempt by Deeds. Hits it right back to the pitcher. He'll just go to second or first base with it. Does Wise for the out.
I know they're down 2 runs, but Coach Bauer wants to get this to at least a 1-run game, it looks like here, as he's going to sacrifice Deeds. Brown's up. RJ with that speed. He could possibly drag a bunt, try to bunt for a base hit, or, just to do what he's been doing the last few games, getting that ball in play, giving a hard 90 up first base, and, putting pressure on defenses, getting some singles, infield singles in that way.
Wise gives a look back to Fox at second, and he dives just at the idea of the pickoff attempt. Now he'll retake his lead, and Wise quickly will work. And it's a base hit from R.J. Brown. Down left field line. Brittner's able to get it. Coming home and scoring is Braden Fox. RBI single for R.J. Brown.
2 for 2 day for R.J. This time he really gets a barrel on it. He's had a few barrels that didn't fall in for him, and he's had a few soft singles on the infield. This time he gets the opposite. He gets the barrel on it and gets it to drop down and gets a payday with that line drive into left field.
Number 27, Jameer Brown.
But good things happen to you. I mean, you're going to hit the ball hard and they're going to catch it. And other times you're going to, if you run hard and play hard, you're going to get some infield singles. And RJ's been doing just that.
Over the last few games, he's hit pretty well for himself.
Coming alive here is 3-2 ball game now. Bottom of the 4th.
Jameer Brown will watch ball 2 come in, 2-0.
RJ with that speed, but the top of the order coming up, you wonder if he's going to take a shot at it. It's stealing the base, that is.
He won't go on this one. This comes in for strike 1.
There's that pitch that runs away from righties a little bit as it come in. And, it was in a perfect position to hit when it crossed the plate, but as it comes at you, you kind of pull off of it as a hitter.
2-1, bounces in front of Wilson for ball 3. Wilson keeps it in front of him.
Actually, you kind of give up on it, because it looks like it's coming in on your hands, going to be a ball, and then it drops right in and, runs back in. So 3-1 count here, big pitch. Jameer's got to be setting dead red fastball.
And he'll get a fastball, but it's high and outside for ball 4.
Yeah. 1 out, first and second. Garnecki up. Got a double tonight. And a ground out to the second baseman on a nice play.
Now batting number 10.
Heritage defense has played well. Both defenses have played really well. We have one infield error on Martinsburg ball that gets away on a throwing error, but other than that, we've seen these two teams play really well here.
2 runners on for Martinsburg. Silas Zarnecki takes the first pitch for strike 1 on the inside. Zarnecki 1 for 2. The other RBI in this one outside of R.J. Brown. That double in the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on the fastball. That was outside. Got him to chase it.
Yeah, that ball ran away from him as well. So it's a very good pitch he's got there that been successful with.
And Zarnecki's going to hit this one into right field past the second baseman. Rounding third and heading home, R.J. Brown. We're going to hit the play at the plate. No, it's cut off by Brittner. And we are tied. Silas Zarnecki with his second RBI.
Breaking pitch, seen it well. Second baseman was holding the runner a little bit, left a big gap there. He had been on first and second. First baseman holding, second baseman over in double play depth. Left a big hole there. Zarnecki found it, did a great job. And a nice job by R.J. Brown coming around hard. And Jameer Brown moving from first to third on that as well. So you got first and third. Heritage is calling out of defense here. Martinsburg trying to finally take the lead for the first time in the game here with Alter to the plate.
Alter's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Bunting the runner home. And, as Jameer Brown got a good jump, he's able to score. Christian Alter with the sacrifice bunt for the RBI, as Wise, only play he had was at first base.
Yeah, went ahead and went with a squeeze there. Kind of a safety squeeze, but, with the lefty up there in the stretch. He couldn't take off too early, but the second he come loose, come to the plate, Jameer took off. Great job there. Martinsburg gets the first lead of the night and sacrificed the out for the run.
It's 4-3 Martinsburg now. Strike one to start for Malachi Green. Green is 1 for 2. His last at-bat was a single into right. Struck out swinging in the first inning. Pitch from Wise. Big cut. Couldn't get the bat on it. Strike 2.
Yeah, big cut on the fastball up. Zarnecki being held by the shortstop with the lefty up.
0-2. Fouled away. Zarnecki out at second base. Takes his lead. Look back from Wise. Now the pitch. It's a ball outside. Gets off the glove of Wilson. Zarnecki will go to third as the pitch from Wise was a fastball that got away from him a little bit. Low and outside.
Not only does the bunt score the run, but it also moves Zarnecki to second. And then, anything,